Nike and Kobe Bryant's partnership has officially ended as of last night, and this is horrible news for any Kobe Bryant fan. I want to break down all the details on the article, what I think is gonna happen, and why this all took place, and why I think Nike is to blame for this. So let's go ahead and get things started on QrewKicks and Coffee. Let's hit that intro. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of QrewKicks and Coffee. Today we're going to be discussing Nike and Kobe Bryant's line parting ways. If you guys did not hear, Vanessa Bryant and the Kobe team have decided to not renew their contract with Nike. This news broke out last night from an article on ESPN by Nick DePaula, who basically covers a bunch of stuff in the world of sneakers. He gets a lot of exclusives and whatnot. So when he broke the news, we knew that this was 100% official. And in the article, we did get some statements from Vanessa. Now, like I mentioned at the start of this video, we're going to be talking about the article itself, some things that I saw on social media from Vanessa Bryant, and we are going to be talking about my opinion on the whole situation, because as a Kobe fan, this is really disappointing to hear. Before we get into it, guys, if you could please hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be doing these QrewKicks and Coffee episodes every single week where I talk about different topics and news in the world of sneakers. So subscribe, and if you like what you saw in today's video, please hit that like button and also drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of this whole Kobe Nike situation, and where do you think Kobe Bryant and the Mamba camp is headed in the future. All right, so let's go ahead and get started by talking about the article that went out at 8:13 p.m. last night by Nick of ESPN. The headline says, Vanessa Bryant, Kobe Bryant's estate elect not to renew partnership with Nike. Right off the bat, as a Kobe fan, this is the worst thing that you could read. I saw this through social media and I was just in shock. The first thing I thought about is like, no more Kobe Nikes, like no more sneakers, like no more shoes that he created his legacy in. Obviously, he created his legacy way before his Nike deal, but as a Kobe Bryant fan, I feel like his Nike days were some of his best moments and the ones that I enjoyed the most. So it basically breaks down that when Kobe retired, he had 5 years on his extended contract, which was coming to an end this year. And Vanessa Bryant and Kobe's estate, who handle obviously everything Mamba related now because of his passing, they have elected to not sign the new Nike deal. In a quote, it says, Kobe and Nike made some of the most beautiful basketball shoes of all time, worn and endured by fans and athletes all across the globe. It seems fitting that more NBA players wear my husband's product than any other signature shoe. That was a line from Vanessa Bryant. And that also makes me wonder, like, what are athletes like DeMar DeRozan, Devin Booker, what are they gonna start wearing? Are they just gonna keep wearing the shoes in the next few years that they've had from Kobe and Nike? Or are they gonna eventually have to switch because of their Nike contract to non-Kobe sneakers? Like, I don't even see DeMar DeRozan playing in a non-Kobe. Like, he literally wears Kobe's every single day. So this is where the big headline is. According to a source, Bryant and the estate had grown frustrated with Nike's limiting the availability of Kobe products during the retirement and after his January 2020 death in the helicopter crash. I hate saying that every time I say helicopter crash. It's just like, it's the worst thing to hear and think about. I want to say that this is shocking news, but knowing Nike and how they work, this is not surprising. Nike thrives off of limited releases, hype, people talking about their shoes selling out, all that. And even with this Kobe Bryant situation and him passing, it continued. They didn't give everybody pairs of Kobe's that wanted Kobe's. And this was another very disappointing line right here. Nike did not offer Kobe a lifetime partnership like they did Jordan and LeBron. I'm not saying that Jordan and LeBron don't deserve it, because obviously they do, but you did not offer a lifetime contract? Are you... Oh God, Nike, this is, I'm not gonna go off on Nike just yet. We'll talk about that at the end of the video because I have a lot to say. And if you guys did not know, a few months ago, Vanessa Bryant actually posted on her Instagram how she was actually trying to work with Nike to make more products for people. They didn't say how they were actually doing it. She did at the time blame the pandemic for being the reasoning why it never actually fell through. But her posting that shows that I knew right off the bat when this article broke, before even reading it, that it had to do with Vanessa being upset of how limited Nike keeps Kobe's products. Now this is where I kind of got excited. Kobe Bryant estate could enter in negotiations with outside brands in forms of a new partnership. Now this could mean that they could bring back the Kobe Bryant Adidas lines with Kobe Bryant branding on it, because they have tried to file, or they are going to file, a bunch of trademarks on Mamba, Kobe's signature, the Mamba Academy logo. Like, Kobe was wearing these Adidas shoes during his three-peat, so it would be cool for them to bring these shoes back out, but they will actually have Kobe Bryant branding and be known as a Kobe. So that makes me excited. So although I do love the Kobe stuff, like I said, I still want a little bit of the Adidas stuff, even though it wasn't the best looking stuff at the time, but it's still cool because they could do apparel, they could do shoes. And you know, even if it's not with Adidas, it could be their own branded stuff. They can make their own apparel, they can make their own sneakers, which it is something I saw online that they are gonna start doing Mamba footwear. So we don't know exactly what's going on, but I've been seeing things here and there with that. This also was great to see. Vanessa Bryant also confirmed with ESPN that they have the Mamba logo and they have the Stealth logo, which is this logo right here, the Stealth logo, if you guys did not know. It is mutually owned by both parties. So I'm assuming Nike and Kobe Bryant's estate both can use that logo. So I think, does this mean that, like, I'm not sure about this one. Does this mean that Nike can come out with this shoe and not call it a Kobe? They'll have to take his signature off, but they could still use that logo right there. So I'm not sure how that works. If anybody does know, leave the comment section down below. I'm not gonna try to act like I know about that. And one more thing with the whole Adidas Kobe thing. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. We don't know this at all. But a few days ago, Candace Parker did her photo shoot wearing a pair of Adidas Kobe's. And in the caption, she put Kobe 3 stripes. And Vanessa Bryant just reposted it on her Instagram story yesterday, which is kind of like maybe she was aligning or hinting at those shoes coming back out as a Kobe branded Adidas shoe. I am hoping for that. I'm hoping for Adidas Kobe's to come out. Okay, so that's basically breaking down the article. And yeah, man, I'm not surprised that Vanessa and Kobe's estate are frustrated with Nike keeping his shoes limited. That is her husband's legacy. She wants as many Kobe fans out there to be able to get his shoes. Like, you couldn't even get the non-signature shoe Kobe's. You couldn't even get regular Kobe apparel without it selling out. You know, people are reselling it, and that's a whole different subject. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not bringing that up, but it just sucks that there's not enough product out there for Kobe fans to be able to go to their local store and buy. Like, it's very frustrating, and I can imagine how she's feeling and why they decided not to renew this contract. Like, they probably wanted it guaranteed in the contract to make X amount of pairs for every release and be able to, bring Nike IDs back or Nike Bayous back so people can make their own Kobe's. Like, why did Nike not do that? I'm telling you, Nike thrives and lives off of this hype. And hey, I'm not gonna lie, I am to blame. Sneakerheads are to blame. We fall for this every single time with Nike. You know, we complain that Nike does these limited drops. They don't make shoes available to actual sneakerheads. All the resellers get all the shoes. We complain every single sneakers app drop, yet we keep coming back. Yet we keep rocking their shoes. Yet we keep talking about them and get them trending on Twitter every single... Almost spilled my coffee. Every single sneakers drop. When are we as sneakerheads going to be like, okay, Nike, we don't like the way that you guys operate. We need some change. If Nike does not care enough to keep Kobe Bryant's line active, if they don't care enough to continue his legacy and continue their partnership with Kobe Bryant, what makes you think that Nike cares about keeping their customers happy? Like, it's very frustrating. As much as I love Nike, you see the boxes behind me, you see me wear the shoes, you see me wear the hoodies, the clothes, the hats, everything. You always see me rocking and making videos about Nike. At what point do I say, they don't care about me? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I do get products from Jordan Brand, who is obviously part of Nike. But as a consumer and someone who buys more than he gets, it's frustrating, man. It really is frustrating. Like, and for the record, I know a lot of people think, oh, Nike sends you products, Nike sends you this. I think I've only had 2 or 3 sneakers sent to me by Nike, which is still a blessing, you know what I mean? I'm still grateful for those. It was a couple years ago. But I'm speaking for everyone. I'm not speaking for myself. I'm not being selfish and saying this for myself or my own benefit. I speak for everyone, and I'm trying to, speak as the average sneakerhead. It's frustrating not being able to buy shoes. It's at an all-time high. This is a whole nother subject. This really doesn't even have anything to do with Kobe at this point and his signature shoe. Sneakers are impossible to get from Nike and other brands, but Nike is the head honcho. They're the ones that everyone wants and everyone goes crazy for, and they aren't doing anything to make it more available to their customers. And it goes back to saying, like I said, if they don't care about making sure this partnership with Kobe continues, then why do we think that they care about keeping a great relationship with their customers and satisfying all their customers? It's very, very frustrating. And I really would love to hear what you guys think about this, because as much as in my head, I tell myself, like last night when this happened and I heard that, Nike's not giving Vanessa and the Kobe Bryant estate a contract that they're happy with, it made me think about like why I keep, supporting Nike and why I keep rocking with Nike and why I keep, making these videos on Nikes and buying. The most important thing is buying these Nikes, because like I said, I do get some free sneakers here and there from Jordan Brand, not Nike really, but I buy way more than I get. And why do I keep supporting a brand that like this is my favorite athlete here. I'm speaking from the heart now. This is my favorite athlete here. If this brand doesn't care to continue their relationship with this person who I look up to, I don't really have interest in rocking with them. You know what I mean? I don't have interest to continue to, care about their products or want to rock their products. Like, and I'm torn. I'm at the situation where I love Jordans. And if Jordan was its own brand, like if they had nothing to do with Nike, I would be okay with, not really rocking with Nike anymore. But they are part of it, so I can't be a hypocrite and say, oh, boycott Nike, but I'm still wearing Jordans. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense for me to do that. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm never gonna wear Nike again or I'm done wearing Nike products, because that is not the case. But it's very, very disappointing, and it leaves me to question what Nike really cares about, and do they even care about their customers? It just sucks, man, that we're not going to be able to get some of these legendary sneakers that Kobe Bryant wore on the court. But like I mentioned earlier, I am excited to see what is going to be going to happen in the future. Are we going to get Kobe's own shoes, own Mamba sneakers that are manufactured by their own people? Or are we going to see collaborations with Adidas, maybe Reebok, because Kobe did wear Reebok when he was in his free agency stage? Like, we all want the Nike Kobe stuff more than anything, and I wish it didn't end, but as of right now, it is ending. And maybe in the future they'll be able to negotiate a contract years down the line. Maybe Nike will wake up and be like, hey, we should have Kobe back on the brand. We should have Kobe branded sneakers, because athletes and people around the world love playing in Kobe's. Like, how many NBA players right now playing Kobe's? If you go watch an NBA game, I promise you at least half that roster, maybe not half the roster, but a good amount of their players are rocking Kobe's on that court. And it also sucks because I was looking forward to Protro Kobe 7s, Kobe 8s, whatever other Protros they were gonna bring. That was something that I loved about the Nike Kobe line, and what Kobe was in that direction he headed to was making all his older shoes more modern with modern tech with the Protro line, and we're not getting that anymore, and it just really, really sucks. Also, a lot of people were talking about how because of this whole situation, Kobe prices are gonna skyrocket once again. This is what happened when he passed away. Resellers were buying up his products and putting the prices at ridiculous prices. And I do think this is gonna happen again. Resellers, they want their money. They don't care about situations with the passing of Kobe and whatnot. People wanna make their money, which, it is what it is. We're not gonna talk about that too much, but I would say if there's a pair of Kobe's that you always wanted, before more news comes out and before resellers can put up their price, maybe see how much that pair is going for and pull the trigger before it's too late, because now if you really wanted this shoe, there's a chance that it will never retro again or protro again. So get it now before it's too late. Yeah, man, overall, as a Kobe fan, this is frustrating to hear. I wish Nike would just have given Vanessa and Kobe's team the contract they wanted to just keep Kobe aligned with the brand. Like, why? I just don't understand why you would be okay with not having Kobe as part of your brand anymore. It's so confusing, man. So yeah, now it's time for you guys to go to the comment section down below and give your 2 cents. Let me know what you think of this situation. Are you disappointed in Nike? Are you happy with this? Are you excited for possible collaborations with other brands or just Mamba branded sneakers and clothing? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this Crew Kicks and Coffee episode, please smash the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will be uploading new episodes every single week, but we are not gonna be uploading on Mondays anymore. I know before I said that we were gonna be uploading a new episode every single Monday, but sneaker news breaks out randomly throughout the week. So I wanna upload videos as soon as news breaks out, because if I wait, like, let's say news comes out on a Tuesday and I uploaded a video on Monday, then I have to wait another whole week to make a video about a topic that possibly people don't care about anymore because it's been a week since that news broke out. So I'm gonna just be uploading these videos when there's something that I can discuss. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. And if you are, please subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. Rest in peace, Mamba. Mamba forever. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.